In the Torrey Pines woodlands, mutual interactions occur. A specific example is the Anna's hummingbird and the manzanita flower. Both benefit from each other, yet this interaction is extremely endangered due to the impact of human patterns and habits. The manzanita flower is a medium-sized evergreen shrub with thick, leathery leaves and clusters of little white or pink flowers that bloom in late winter to early spring. This species can survive in long periods of drought and periodic fires. The manzanita is an important source of nectar for the hummingbird species, such as the Anna's hummingbird. Due to loss of habitat from residential development, the manzanita is a highly endangered species. The fruits produced by the manzanita serve as an important food source for mammals living in the area. Anna's hummingbird is the most common hummingbird along the Pacific coast, and considered the most beautiful. Their bright feathered accents appear striking, and they are so fast you can barely spot them, as they dart around beating their wings 40 to 50 times a second. The birds receive most of their nutrients from the nectar of flowers, specifically the manzanita flower. They also feed off of other species of plants and insects such as gooseberry, eucalyptus flowers, and small insects such as whiteflies, midgets, and leafhoppers. Once the manzanita is gone, the bird will have to cut the specific flower out of their diet. The coastal strip of San Diego has a long growing season resulting from its maritime influences and Mediterranean climate of mild to wet winters and warm and dry summers. The majority of rainfall comes during the winter and early spring, with a seasonal average of less than 10 inches. Blankets of coastal fog also add moisture to the desert environment through condensation of water on the plants and soil. Fog also increases the humidity of the air, lowering the plant's transpiration rate, which is especially vital during summer. Recent drought in San Diego is having a negative effect on the plant and animal growth throughout the park. Humans greatly affect the area of Torrey Pines every day simply by walking around the reserve. To protect the reserve, there are several different trails throughout the park for visitors to walk on. People use these trails for exercise, to exhibit the natural reserve, and to do research on the park. Although these specific trails are made, people continue to misuse them and walk off trail into native plants and species that are supposed to be protected. As you walk through the trails, please pay attention to all the posted signs. At Torrey Pines, park rangers are working to monitor the status of the species population and species interactions, as well as creating trails that allow people to enjoy nature without harming native plants. This helps sustain a natural environment to sustain biodiversity in the natural preserve.